So were you able to stay afloat? Did you get just beaten up this week? In this video, we're going to talk about Nvidia and how Nvidia's fall from grace about 8% plus this week. Is it signaling a sell-off, a correction, a bottoming? And is it time to start looking at purchasing shares of Nvidia? In this video, I'm going to hit upon the daily, the weekly, and the monthly charts and give you my projections on where this is going, along with what trade I'm looking to make on Nvidia in the coming weeks ahead. So let's start out with the monthly chart. I've got some Fibonacci retracements. I set my beginning on June of 23, and I took it up to the peak, which was the week of June 24th was when it peaked out. And then what you see here is a retrace sell-off in the month of July. And then as of 2 days of August, we're down 8.3% for the week of August 1st, 2024. So this is really interesting to me because we've come down to this support level at around 102.04. We hit it this week. We bounced off and moved higher. We went through two resistance. This is a monthly chart taking into account. And we hit 116.80 or so and some change, maybe a little higher. And then we retreated and closed lower for the month for the month so far at 107.27. So that energy that was positive and moved up in the first 2 days of the month subsided and pulled back further down. We're still above the 9 on the monthly chart. We're still above the 20 and the 50 and, of course, the 200. But our MACD is starting to flatten out here. That is a thing to continue to watch. Our RSI is breaking below its 20 period moving average and still in positive territory, still strong, as well as the slow stochastic. So from a monthly standpoint, this is not blowing up. Nvidia isn't in a major downtrend, but more of a potential correction from its highs right around $140. So if it closed out at 107 and it's 140, you're looking at 33 or so dollars in retracement. Is that something to go crazy about? No, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on. Where would we need to be if I was going to purchase Nvidia and I'm looking to do a trade on Nvidia? I'm looking for pivots. I'm more of a looking for big pivot points like we saw in the month of July, and I'm looking for pivots on the upside on this direction as of right now. So where would be an interesting area to buy? Maybe around $90.10 up to that 102 mark. If we get in that area this month, that could be very interesting. The 9-day simple moving average is at 91.60. That would be something if we sustain that, like we saw back here in November of 23, December of 23, and then we took off in January of 24, then that would be what I'm looking for, is a bounce off this 9 and move higher in this green zone. Well, time will tell and we'll see. So let's take a weekly point of view, a little closer in time frame point of view. And this is where I go, okay, maybe we're not so far from a $80 to $90 price range where we could pick this up, or $90 to $100 or $80 to $90 price range. So if you look at this, we had a lot of selling in this area at the peak for the week of July 15th. The week of the 22nd continued to sell. So the week of July 15th, we're down 8.75%. The week of July 22nd, we were down 4.13%. And then this past week, we were down 5.12% for the week. We hit the 20, went through it, and came back and closed above it. That's encouraging. Maybe this 20 on a weekly chart is where we're going to start to see some some base building where institutions and big time traders accumulate shares in this range, and they buy a certain amount to get to their max allocation, and then they start pumping it, and that's where we could see a bounce back higher, back up towards the 9, which is at 121. So we go from 107 to 121. That would be a nice trade. The question is, can we get through the 9-week simple moving average, or are we more intent? Is it more likely we're going to see a move through the 20-week moving average down into this green area, which is right on the Fibonacci's, is between 90 and was a 102. There is support in this area. That's encouraging. So we could see buying opportunity between down around that 90 to 102 area. If we did have a continuously pullback, we could get into this near the 50, which is at 75.08, which ultimately I honestly think that is really possible. I really think, just with the economy, the market, and along with some news that came out about the latest and greatest GPU that Nvidia is manufacturing, I think it's called the Blackwell. Well, it was Taiwan Semiconductor, who makes their semiconductors and GPUs and CPUs, said there was a flaw in it. They caught it, and NVIDIA is now back to the drawing board trying to fix it. They have notified Meta, Microsoft, and I believe Google all have made close to $10 billion purchases of this product. And meanwhile, Taiwan Semiconductor is sitting on the sidelines with idle manufacturing lines that were dedicated to this, waiting for NVIDIA to figure their stuff out. This could be, 3 months, that's a quarter. That means they don't get their money in payments. So this could be a reasoning for NVIDIA to pull back towards this $75 price range, which would be a pretty nice deal, because if you could get it around 75, which is around the 50, and then we get a bounce back up towards 101 or 116, that would be a heck of a trade. Those are the kind of things I am looking for. And I will sit and wait in cash, waiting for this to manifest at some point in time. Let's look at the daily, because this is what's happening every day within the week. It gives us a good idea of potentially what we're looking at. And what I continuously see here, sorry, I just messed that up, is that we have been selling since the 11th of July. And we broke through the 9, we broke through the 20, we've challenged the 9 back on the 23rd. We continuously challenge. We broke through the 50, not encouraging at all on a daily chart. And we continuously head down. We had a break above and a close above on the 31st of July, but the next day we closed below it. And then Friday, August 2nd, we had a move as high as 108, a low as 101, and a close at 107.27. So we're right at that yellow line here, support line. I would call this cautionary line. And this is where we could get into some short-term, get down into this area where there is support on a daily chart around between 90, 89, and 102. Get some possible pivot point at this point. Move back towards 116, which is resistance. There's sellers in this area, and there as well as 129. So on a short-term trade, what I am looking for is, do we get support right around 90 bucks or in that zone? And then do we get a move higher, a bust through 101 up towards 117, and then potentially a sell-off back down towards that $75 mark? That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm looking for. That's what actually would be super exciting to me. And that would be the option trade that I would put on going out about 3 months. Give myself some times, if not 3 to 4 months. Give me some time for this to manifest, because these things don't happen quick, and get some big leverage out of some options that are close to or in the money on these things. and get a big slingshot out of it. Now, this is an advice or a recommendation. You need to do your own diligence. This can be a good stock trade as well. But the thing I look at and the thing I'm focused on is I'm looking at that weekly chart, and it continuously for 3 weeks has gone down. And for the week, it opened up at 113.69, got as high as 120.16, got as low as 101.37, but it closed below where it opened up at 107.27. That to me says there are more sellers in the system that they're looking to get out of this position or short this position. Looking at my MACD on a weekly chart, it continues, it is negative. This RSI is at 56. It's above 50, but it's pointing south, and your slow stochastic is going south as well. Point of all this is that, to me, this is a trade. I am looking for 12 to 15 really good trades a year that produce really good results. I'm using options to do that. I'm looking to try to buy options that are 3 to 4 months out to give me time so I can avoid time deterioration, but also allow my trade to manifest into what I believe is going to happen when I put that on. I'm looking for pivot points. I'm looking for solid bases that are built or resistance levels that are built, like we saw back, during the weeks of June 17th, and another challenge towards on the June or July 8th. And I'm looking for that resistance and support. I want those solid because I'm just looking for only 12 to 15 trades a year that produce me exceptional returns. I don't want to take a lot of risk, and I'm willing to wait for these things to manifest and come to me. I would suggest, as an investor, you start building a process and do the same. Check us out, bestofusinvestors.com or bus13.ai, bus13.ai, where you can get our 14-day subscription. This is what we talk about daily. You got Kerry's cheat sheet. This is his fundamental analysis of the AI revolution and the stocks he likes. You couple that with Mark's swing trading program and what he teaches. What I am sharing with you, I have learned through him, and also on which I put that on top of 25 years of charts and analysis and managing money in my past career. We will have 3 individuals, Mark, Kerry, and myself, who have been in this industry, have done this for over 75 years collectively. So check us out at bus13.ai. Sign up for the 14-day subscription. Get on our Discord where we discuss this stuff. Look at our charts. Look at our what we're looking at. Mark produces a swing trading list. It's a weekly list. Every week goes out on Monday, along with other trade ideas that we're doing. I'm more of a event. I'm looking for pivots. That's what I do. Mark's more a short-term swing trader, and Kerry is buying companies that are going to change the world. 3 different points of view, 3 old guys who are into this. I'm the youngest, by the way. Anyhow, so hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, go to bus13.ai, check us out. I look forward to seeing you. Leave some comments below. Any questions, I'll check it out. In the meantime, have a great rest of your weekend, and peace. Live loud.